Jesus in the house fire. Okay, guys, whether you're very awake, very asleep, or in between, it's time to leave all emotions out of this, everything you've been taught, and think logically if you can. Unfortunately, I'm not making fun of people, but many people who are indoctrinated to the point of anything, history, any kind of educational system, and thinks that's the only way there is, or religion, does have damage to their brain. It's scientifically proven. If you if you if you get to a certain point and you believe something to be true, it causes brain damage, and you're not able to think. It stops blood flow from the brain. Anyway, Jesus in the house fire. All right, let's say you're coming home from work one day. You see smoke coming from your house and you panic. And you run up to the house and you see fire trucks everywhere and think, oh my gosh, is my family okay? That's the first thing you're going to think. When you see your house burning down, but you see your family's okay. Well, oh, all right, it's just a house. It's okay. Now listen, you see your next door neighbor, you see his son, and you see their preacher, or possibly the community's preacher, your preacher, standing next to them. Okay, you go up and you find out the story, and the son has injuries, but he's going to live. Okay, he saved your family from the house fire. All right, he saved your family from the house fire. You're going to be totally indebted to him the rest of your life. Whether he asks for anything or not, you're going to feel like you owe him. You do everything for him. Let's say you go a year. You go over and mow your yard. You feel just totally indebted to him, like he's maybe not your savior, but I owe my family's life to him. I need to be his friend. Need to be really indebted to him. Then one morning you get up, and the police are at the house, and they're escorting him and his father out of the house in handcuffs. And let's say your preacher's inside. Say he lives inside, and you see them handcuff your preacher and take him off. And the police come to your door and say, Mr. So-and-so, I am so sorry to tell you this. And you find out that the father set the house on fire. And the preacher was involved in it too. And the son was too. And it was all to get you to worship them. It was all to set the son up as your savior. And they all conspired into setting your house on fire. Well, of course, any person would go to jail for life for that, and they'd be a psychopath. And then you would not like them, you would not care for them, you would not be happy. Now, think logically. What's Mitchell trying? I'm trying to make a point to you, and you know what it is. Okay, that's what you're saying. That's what religious people are saying. The Father's representing your God. The Son is representing Jesus, the Savior that was sent, but God is the one that set the house on fire. And he knew what was going to happen before then, but he allowed it to happen, or did it himself when he could have stopped it, to make his son look good. The preacher represents the gatekeepers that are trying to keep you from being the powerful being you really are. They're low-level Masons. That's what this represents. How much sense does it make to follow the religion you make? Because your religion is false. It's in my opinion. Okay. And if that had been real, and I'm sure that's happened before, and I know many people, when that's happened, you look up to your imaginary friend and say, thank God for sending my friend by there, or this stranger by there, to help me out of the car that is burning and everything else. No, you need to thank that person, because that's the true Christ. We're all here to help each other. We're all here to help each other. You don't thank your imaginary friend. You thank the one that actually helped you, physically touched you, the physically that you can see, because the true Christ is in all of us. It's in you when you look in the mirror. Nothing outside yourself is going to save you. Now let's back up. Let's say it's legit. And you come home, the same scenario, and this says just the Father and the Son is there. It's legit. It was actually started by electrical fire. And they saved your wife and kids. Legit. Didn't start the fire. They wasn't psychopaths and everything. The son was injured, but they lived. You would feel deeply gratitude. You'd be friends for life. I would. But would you worship him as a God? No. Because he's just a mere fellow human doing what us humans were meant to do, our brothers and sisters, help each other, give our lives with each other, doing what we're supposed to do. Nothing special. You wouldn't do that. Think about this. And also, please, all of us had people turn their backs on us because of our imaginary friends. But please, for people that's done good for you and everything, don't turn your back on them and treat them like a piece of shit after you get indoctrinated with your imaginary friend or anything like some of my friends have. It hurts. It hurts. I've been over backwards from guys that were Christians or became Christians, and they seem to forgot about what I did, and they've turned their backs on me over their imaginary friend, and it breaks my heart. That's something to think about, guys. And as mad as that makes some of y'all, what I'm saying is true. You are worshiping a God that's basically starting the fire and then sending his son to save you. Don't make no sense. Later, guys.